I tell you what, I am not a spring chicken like I used to be, so getting off of this freaking thing. Oh, my body just don't bend like it used to. Gosh, old people problems. What's up, my fellow van life, overland, VanLander peoples? I want to kind of update you on what's going on with the van right now, what I got cooking. So currently, I have taken everything out of the van. Stripped it all over the weekend. I've still got to finish cleaning from the Limbo Adventure pasture event because it's still filthy. We got mud everywhere and dog hair and just all that madness. And I wanted to talk about some of my plans that I've got for it right now and see if you guys have any ideas. So one of the first things I want to do, and I pulled all the aluminum boxes out that I had over on this side. If you remember, I had the big black one, and then I had the smaller aluminum basket style that broke. It was pretty much falling apart. All the welds came loose. And then my NRA boxes on the bottom that had different things in them. So I want to build a countertop space here with cabinetry. And I want to put another cabinet up on the top on this little side. So a short one like I had before, from here back to here. And I'll have this countertop space open to be able to cook or maybe use my laptop or something like that. Another thing that I want to do, and I don't know how it's going to work out just yet, but on occasion, like if my son wants to go with me or a friend wants to go, it's really usually just me, so this has been fine. And before I had that big full-size mattress in the back of here, and it was just too much weight, especially those 400 amp hour AGM batteries. That was insane, the gel ones. Now we're down to lithium, a whole lot lighter. Just got the twin, it's even smaller than a twin, a lot lighter. But I thought, well, what if I put a flap right here on the bottom of the bed, put a flap here that folds out and lands on a notch on the cabinet, and then I can have another piece of foam cut that'll run across the back of this like a couch when I don't need it, and then when I do need it, I can just pop it right here. And then I'll be able to take somebody with me. Just an idea I have right now. I don't know if it'll pan out the way I think it will, but if it does, it'd be kind of a cool little option to have. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but please feel free to let me know. This bed also folds up, so I've got plenty of storage through here, which is kind of nice. Probably the best thing I have bought for this van is that diesel heater right there. I did some trading with a subscriber. I used the Campco Wave 3 propane for about a year, and it's a great efficient heater, but this van leaks like a sieve. These door sills are just shot, and you know, I've got 8 doors, so it's like driving an egg crate down the road. So it was just impossible to keep it warm in here. So when I got this is an Amble 8 kilowatt diesel heater. It's just off Amazon. I think they retail for like $189. And the other night when we were at the Limbo Adventure pasture, it got down to the teens and it was blowing crazy wind and stuff, and I was 80 degrees in here. It was almost too much. And I had it turned up just a little bit, but that heater is awesome. So I'd highly recommend them. No, they don't work great out of the box. It takes a little while to get the bugs worked out of them, but once you got the bugs worked out, they are phenomenal. I've got 4 outlets. I'll run one outlet up here, one outlet to the back, and that'll heat the front and the rear, and then the 2 bottom ones or top, I just let blow underneath the mattress, and it's more than enough heat for this size space. Another great purchase that I made that I've used a lot is this Hydroblue. If you've never seen one of these, it'll pump, pressurize the system. You got a bacterial and viral water filter built into this, so you just scoop it right in a creek, whatever, and then you just turn it on and you've got water that'll flow out. Now granted, I've left this in during very, very cold nights. I busted the water filter element, so I just put a new one in, and I think I messed up the pump seals in here, so I'm probably gonna have to get a new pump assembly. But as you can look at it, well, there's ice in it right now actually, so don't leave it out and let it freeze because it's just going to tear it up, and you just have to keep buying new filters. But I did break this filter completely. It's a really cool setup, and it busted and split all the way down the middle, but right now it looks like it's okay, so we'll just keep on ticking with that. Another thing I just put in as a test is this WeBoost antenna. Let me grab this camera. If you look here, So I mounted the antenna on my mirror because typically when I'm off-roading, I might need to pull it in. I didn't want to put it on top because I for sure break this thing off. There's like not even a question in my mind whatsoever I'd break this off. And I haven't mounted anything. It's just, you know me, I just throw stuff in here, test it out. If it works, I'll keep it. If not, I'll chuck it. But you got a really simple setup. Plugs in a cigarette lighter, like so. Then you take your cell phone and you pop it into this thing. But I tell you what, let's test this. Hang on, let's do this. Hang on. Hopefully this camera angle is correct. Let me unplug it. Let's look at my bars right now. I've got essentially two or three bars right now. I don't know if you can see that, but 2 or 3 bars. So let's plug it up. And we'll pop it in the cradle. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, we just jumped up to 4 pretty strong bars. So, I mean, it does boost the signal. Now, how long that's going to work and how well it works in different areas, I don't know. But that's something I'm working with right now. I'll give you guys a full report on that when I get a chance to play with it a little bit more. Another thing I want to do is, this solar panel I'm using is huge. It's great. It's a 250 watt 39 volt panel, but it's very tall. It's on an angle. The top of this thing would be great if I were tailgating all the time. You know, I could get up here and hang out or whatever, but I don't use it for that, especially just storage. So I'm considering getting rid of this rack and maybe turning this panel long ways and recessing it even lower, maybe within the frame rails of whatever new rack I put on here, because this is just too tall. The van probably adds, I'd say, a good 9 to 10 inches in height just based off this rack. So that's the state of the VanLander right now. Everything is in disarray, and that's fine with me. I don't really care. It's all good. That's how we get better. We learn more, we test things, we refine them, and then eventually we implement them. It's taken me over a year to decide that I wanted to build those cabinets on that side. Now I know I do, so I'm going to make that a permanent part of the van. I think I've made my mind up on the type of paneling to use to cover up the inside of the van. I know it's going to have to be the lightest thing I can find, because any little bit of weight that I add to this makes a dramatic effect on this little 305 TBI, which is going to go. If I had not just put a brand new 4L60 automatic transmission in this thing, I probably would have already taken it out. But if I do upgrade, I've got 2 options basically. We're going to put a 6.2 in it with a 4L80, 6.2 LS, or I can keep the 4L60 that I have now and maybe build a mild 355. But by the time you make a throttle body 355 behave properly, you spent about the same as you would with the LS. That's my thought. Maybe not, but if I come across a good deal on a 355 or 350 throttle bodied engine, I'll probably throw it in here, get the computer mapped as well as I can. And, you know, maybe I don't care about gas mileage. I just care about reliability and having the power when I need it. So, you know, let me know what you think. Should we do the 6.2 LS? Duh. Or should we go with the 355? I mean, if I do go to 350 throttle body or 355, something along those lines, I probably will save some money just on the install side itself, for sure. Actually, I'll probably save a lot compared to the 6.2. And I could put that money towards other things that the van needs, which that is a long list, and that's okay. We'll get there eventually. I'm having a blast with it. Hope you guys are having a blast following the channel, and I appreciate everybody subscribe. Be sure to do so today.